Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah. Happy holiday here in the States, which, depending on what you call it, it may or may not be a holiday for you. You may or may not be getting the day off this Monday afternoon. So, welcome everybody, regardless of the fact it's Columbus Day or National Indigenous Peoples Day, depending on whatever. You get the idea. Happy Monday. How's that? The Monday before Essen, before we take off. So there's all that going on. Whole lot of content coming out this week, even though it is preparation week for the week leading up to Spiel. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off tomorrow at 1100 or 11 a.m. Eastern. That's 1500 GMT, 1700 CEST. We have a full teach playthrough of Warsaw City of Ruins. Now, this is a newer edition of the original Capitals, I believe it was, from Grana. This one from North Star Games. And so, good lunchtime stream. It's going to be me, Jess, and Martin for this one tomorrow morning leading into the afternoon. So, hopefully, you guys join us for that. Then, after that, we have on Thursday, finally, episode 140. It is me and Rado sat down for way too long to talk board games. You get two people that like to talk, who talk professionally and talk about board games. Oh my, we talk about a lot of board games. So here's what you can expect to have included in this podcast. We talked about a whole bunch of games, games we've been playing as we normally do on the podcast, games, acquisitions, stuff like that. But on top of that, we had our top 20 most anticipated Essen games or that are available for purchase at Essen. Then after that, we had our top 10 demo only games. And then after that, we had our top 10 expansions. So we're talking nearly 80 games, not including the front end of the show for what we've been playing and all of that. 80 games, thereabouts. There was some overlap between our two lists, not a ton. So there's a whole lot for everybody on this list. It's so long, we're breaking it up into two podcasts. Now, the good news is, because Essen's right around the corner, we're going to release them either immediately at the same time or I should say at the same time or immediately, one right after the other, so that you have the entire thing so you can make your list accordingly. And I'm sure, even though I am not going to spoil the lists, I'm sure online someone will post what ours are if you don't want to listen to the insane amount of us talking, which I think it was awesome. Jess listened to half of it. She listened to me talking about it, and she seemed to enjoy it, but she's probably biased on that. That said, that's going to be coming out around Thursday. Possibly sooner, possibly a little bit later. It all depends on when Joel can get that done. He'll be getting all of that today. We recorded it over the weekend. So there you go. Thursday, look for that thereabouts. Me and Rado talking a whole lot of games. Then on Thursday night, we're playing a game that can only be a Glory to Rome stream. So these Glory to Rome streams, if you are unfamiliar, are only available to our patrons. Why? Because we do not self-edit on these. Well, we still have to a degree. But we cuss. We let things fly. We're just not editing ourselves nearly as much. And that is going to be Intrigue. Thursday, 7 p.m. or 1900 Eastern, 2300 GMT, 0100 CEST. If you are a patron of Heavy Cardboard, like the 769, all of those at the $5 and up level get access to watch this live and after the fact. Intrigue is the nastiest, meanest, most just ugly game I have ever played, and I've played Diplomacy. This plays in about an hour and a half. It's nasty. It's mean. I don't know that I'm going to enjoy this playthrough, I'll be honest, but I will say that I promise you it will be entertaining. So there's that. And we haven't done a Glory to Rome stream in a number of months. So This was by request, so there you go. So if you're not a patron and you want to watch it, you can go over to pledgehc.com, support the show there, which is actually directly below me right now. Then on Friday begins the final weekend before Spiel. Throne of Allegoria. This one's sponsored by Spielworks. So this is the latest big box game from Spielworks, from designer Robin Lees and his co-designer, and I apologize, Steve McKenzie. I know Robin. I don't know Steve, so that's why I can remember that name easier. So Friday at 7 p.m., 1900 Eastern, 2300 GMT, 0100 CEST, Throne of Allegoria. Full teach and playthrough of this ahead of Essen. This way you guys can take a look at it and see what you're getting into. I talked about this pretty extensively in the podcast as well, that the artwork, I'm not super keen on, but I'm not keen on medieval artwork. However, the game has some pretty cool mechanisms. So there's that. Then finally, I can't believe we're doing this ahead of Spiel. Sunday, October 20th at noon, 1600 GMT, 1800 CEST. We will at that point. We do not have yet, but it's supposed to arrive this week. Prototype of High Frontier 4. This is the one that's going to be hitting Kickstarter the day Spiel begins, which is next Thursday. Now, full disclosure, we're playing the core game, so it is going to be a pretty basic playthrough of High Frontier. The High Frontier 4 is going to be extraordinarily modular. So it's not going to have all the we are not going to be playing all the bells and whistles that come with High Frontier 4. However, this will give you a taste of what you can expect. And then after Spiel, then we will be adding in some of the modules, like what if you're experienced with High Frontier, colonization, and such. So that's something to look forward to. It's going to be a fun one. Thankfully, I have 2 resident experts for High Frontier. I very much am not. So this is going to be a good time. Going to be a 3-player game of it on Sunday. I hope you guys join us for this. So Sunday, October 20th at noon Eastern. And then, of course, we have... Oops. There it is. Leave on Monday. Come back Monday night the following week. Be it Essen Spiel. My Christmas. This is my favorite convention that isn't HeavyCon every year. We're going to be shipping a pallet of games home to be doing playthroughs and reviews of over the course of next year. Listen to the Essen preview show. You'll hear a lot of the games that we're going to be bringing home, but definitely not all. It's a portion of it. So there we go. Looking forward to this. I'm very much excited for this trip. For those that don't know, we will be hosted by the wonderful folks over at Board and Dice, which is in Hall 2. Forget exactly which booth it is, but Hall 2, Board and Dice, that's where we will be at least an hour or 2 each day, and then we'll be running around checking out demos, checking out previews, and picking up review copies of games as well as other copies of games while we are there. 2 last things of note. Number 1, the Essen meetup, Friday. It's either at 7 or 8 o'clock. I can't remember, at Fitzpatrick's. It's the same as it's been every year since I've started going to Spiel. At Fitzpatrick's, Friday night. Once the hall closes, head over there. I cannot wait. It is our biggest meetup of the year, and it's a who's who of industry, as well as patrons, as well as viewers, as well as listeners. It is one of the favorite things that I get to experience all year. At my favorite convention that isn't HeavyCon, it's my favorite thing. So hopefully you guys come. If you are coming to Essen, come to that. You don't need a ticket. You just show up, have a drink, have some food, have a good time, and hang out with everybody. Last note is the Secret Elephant, or the Secret Santa for Heavy Cardboard, is now out. It is now open for signups. It will be open for the next few weeks. So head over to the Guild. If you're in Slack, it's already been posted there. If not, the Guild, BGG Guild number 2044. Head over there. There should be a post. If not, there will be here shortly. It's a sign up for the Secret Santa. You don't have to be a patron. In theory, you have to listen or watch the show, because how else are you going to know about it? Other than that, just be kind and fulfill your end of the bargain. Remember, it's all about the giving and less about the receiving. So have fun with it and make it special for whoever the recipient you get. So that said, I will see you guys tomorrow morning for Warsaw. It's going to be a busy, crazy, awesome week. I hope you guys join us for that. Take care, everybody.